Hi there guys, welcome to a new edition of Jonesy Plays. I made the decision to stop with the LA Noire videos guys, basically just because the number of viewers had dropped so much. I think my last video only got about 9 or 10 views, which is, great, thank you for the guys who have been watching and watching throughout. I do apologise if you were still interested in watching them and seeing how everything ended, but I had done 20 episodes and it took so long and quite a lot of effort to record them all. I had to really make the decision of whether it was worth putting in all the time and effort really to only cater for quite a few people. But if people do want to see them back and enough people tell me that they want me to carry on, then I can pick it up again later guys. But I just thought for now I'd move on, I'd try to do something a bit different. So I decided to try and do a FIFA 13 career mode with Leeds United. I always decided if I was to do a FIFA Let's Play, it was something I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do, but if I was going to do it, I was always going to use Leeds United. So that's what I've decided to do guys. The way I'm doing it is, I'm speaking this live, but I've already actually played the game, and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to edit down the times that I've played it and just speak over it. Every now and again I might actually do it all live and play it all through and talk as I'm doing it, but I thought this might be an easier way, probably an easier way to do it at the moment. So the way I'm going to do this guys, this is basically a tester. I'm going to see how people react to this. If people enjoy it, then I will carry on doing this career mode. This one is going to be a bit longer than what the others will. I think this is about half an hour, about 30 minutes. But if I do carry on doing it, then I think I'm going to edit it down and just do it as 10-minute chunks at a time. So yeah, I'm just going to see what reaction this gets guys. So yep, so obviously there we are, Leeds United. Decent transfer budget really. So yes, also yes, I play on professional most of the time. I'm one of those awkward people where sometimes professional is too easy for me, but if I make that jump up to world class, then it's too hard for me. So like I said, I'm going to see how it goes. If I am finding it too easy for me, then I will go up to world class and people can say if they want me to. But if it's if it's going quite realistically, then I'll stick to professional, because that's what I like when I'm playing FIFA. I like it to be quite a realistic feel to it, sort of winning 5-0, 4-0, 6-0 every game. I don't really enjoy playing, so it gets boring to be honest guys. So yep, so I stick to 4 minutes per half, just to make it quite quick and easy. That was all fine. I downloaded the latest squad list, hoping that it would have the latest squad for Leeds United, including our recent loan players. Put my actual name in. One thing I can't stand, I do watch quite a few FIFA Let's Plays on the internet, and I can't stand it when people like put in their YouTube name and it just doesn't, there's no realistic sort of feel to it if it's just like a couple of letters or something. But I'm not here to judge. But yeah, I like putting my proper name in. I'm more a shirt and tie guy, a nice navy colour, and I'm definitely not stocky, but I'm definitely not slim. So yes, go for the regular body type there. So yes, here we are on the main page. I'm going to take it that most people watching this have played FIFA 13, but if you haven't, you have all your inventory things sort of on the left hand side where you do everything. On the right hand side you have sort of tables and statistics and things, and in the middle you have news items, and in the bottom left hand corner you have all your upcoming fixtures. So yes, it's the start of the season, so what I do here is just go into the squad first of all, just basically to see how things are, see which players I'm probably going to sell, which I'm going to keep, and just sort of have a look for the upcoming season and see what changes need to be made. So straight away I was really pleased to see that Jerome Thomas and Alan Tate were updated into the squad, which is fantastic, so definitely keeping them in the team. Kenny as goalkeeper, who's fantastic. Got Sam Byram there at right back. Tom Lees alongside Alan Tate. Excuse me. We look on the subs bench. We've got McCormack, who's there. Rudy Austin, who is injured in real life, but he isn't in the game, which is fantastic, so I could get him back in the squad. And Jason Pearce, who for some reason is in the reserves in this, but he's definitely sort of a first choice centre back. But it was the decision whether to have him ahead of Tom Lees or not, really. Let's see, just looking at Rudy Austin's statistics there. Look at the rest of the team. Danny Pugh I would probably get rid of. Luke Varney as well. Paul Rahubka definitely. Maybe send Nunes out on loan or something. But yeah, definitely get rid of Rahubka. There's no need for him. Definitely Danny Pugh, because I won't be using him, and probably won't be using Nunes. Maybe keep Varney for backup, but we have quite a few strikers anyway. So yeah, I mean, already it's quite a strong team. Obviously in real life, you know, we've been struggling before the takeover, but when we actually look at the team on paper, I mean, they're quite good statistics really when we look. So I probably won't need to be making too many changes in the transfer window. So yes, straight away take the goalkeeper off the substitutes. It's something I've always done because it's very, very rare that you need a substitute goalkeeper. It's very rare you get injuries or red cards in games with the goalkeeper. So I always like the extra outfield player on the bench. Straight away put Rudy Austin into the centre of midfield. I do like David Norris, but he's more of a backup player really. He's definitely a good player to have on the bench. Andy Gray, definitely won't be using much of him. He's again a backup player which I might be using in cup games. And then there was decision between Tom Lees and Jason Pearce. And looking at the statistics, although Jason Pearce has the better overall statistics, when you actually look one by one, Tom Lees just about edges it really. Especially in the physical attributes, he seems to be up on most of Jason Pearce's ones there. And even in skill attributes, he sort of comes up again there. But I thought, you know, he's a young player coming through, Tom Lees. You know, he's probably got more development to do than Jason Pearce. So I thought I'll stick with Tom Lees for the moment and Alan Tate in centre back, and just keep Jason Pearce on the bench. You know, if there's any injuries, or if, you know, it ends up that Lees isn't as good as I thought. So yes, I thought I would take AD White out of the side. Now AD White is a fantastic player, but I think he's more of a prospect really. So I think what I was going to do with him was send him out on a season-long loan, and just to get his statistics up. They're just moving Lee Peltier to right back because that is a better position for him really. Sam Byram is a great player, but I see him more as an attacking player really. As you see there, he can play right midfield. So I decided to put him at right midfield, put Adam Drury at left back because I think he's a great player and very underused by Neil Warnock in real life. And yeah, that was it really. Paul Green again, he's a decent player, but I think that midfield is... Oh, my mistake, sorry, I do have Norris still in there. It was Michael Tong I took out, sorry, I do apologise. Michael Tong is a player who is on loan for the season, so that's why I decided to take him out. He's okay, but he's more of a backup player again, so I think Norris and Austin is a stronger midfield, but I do have Paul Green, who's a similar sort of player to David Norris, and of course there El has Diouf, who is just a fantastic player, but I think he's probably going to be more of a impact player from the bench for me really. So again, just see how things go. You know, this is before the season's even started, so things can change a lot, and you will see that I do change things around before the first games of the season. Now the youth academy, guys, is something I'm going to let you decide whether you want me to do. Basically what you do is you set up a scout and a scouting network, and you send him to somewhere in the world. You can decide whereabouts on the map you want them to go and what kind of player you look for. It can cost a bit of money. Obviously I've only got a small budget, so I'll leave that up to you guys. If you want me to use it, then I will use it. So if you get your comments in before I do my next play, which I'll let you all know about. So I wanted to see what players. Obviously, I look there. I have Robbie Rogers, who I'd forgotten about, who's out on loan at Stevenage for the full season. He's only 64 there, but I think there's room for improvement. So keep an eye on him, see how he's going. Obviously, there you can see Michael Brown is retiring at the end of his contract, so I can't really do much with him. Zach Thompson out on loan at Bury. And those are my 4 loanees that are in. So I think in January I will try and tie up Jerome Thomas and Alan Tate, because I think they're great players. So yes, as I said with AD White, he's a great player, but I think it would be best at the moment. You know, he's got 66 as his overall statistics there. So I think a season-long loan at a club, probably a Championship club. I don't mind sending him to another Championship club. So he can do better there. Danny Pugh, I'm not going to use him. He's just not good enough really for Leeds United. Luke Varney, what did I decide to do here? Yeah, I decided to get rid of Nunes ahead of Varney. Both same statistics, but Varney got that little bit more experience over Nunes, so it was Nunes who I decided to put on the transfer list. And Paul Rehubka, who is just not a very good goalkeeper, bless him. So I decided to transfer list him as well. So that was really it so far. I didn't want to make too many changes, like I said to the team, because I think it's already good enough, to be honest. So we'll look at the calendar. We've got the friendlies there, which I don't really pay much attention to and tend to sim the games. But the first game of the season was in the Capital One Cup at home to Leyton Orient. I thought that is a decent first test just to start the season off. And then our first Championship game is away to Derby, which is the game that happened today, which we won't talk about. Then followed by Birmingham at home, which again is another good game. Followed by Nottingham Forest away. Then Hull City at home, and finished the month off away at Peterborough. And I imagine there might be another cup game before the end of the transfer window. So those are the first games coming up for me. So I think they're all really decent tests to start the season, and just see before the transfer window ends, to see what the team is like, and see if I do need to make any more changes than what I thought. We see there the board want me to gain promotion, which is something I'm quite confident of doing with this squad, especially if I make just a few adjustments, maybe bring in 1 or 2 sign-ins, see how that goes. So I think gaining promotion is a realistic achievement really for me with that side. If not, you know, if I was to fail in the playoffs or something, I still should be alright for my job. Although reaching the round 16 of the cup, although in real life has happened, I think might be a bit of a long stretch there. And just information about the transfer market opening today, which doesn't really usually so much. So yeah, straight onto the transfer market. What I do straight away is go to the free agents, because usually there are 1 or 2 very, very decent players that are in there, and quite a few players seem to miss that on FIFA 13. There seems to be a lot more options on FIFA 13 than FIFA 12 also. But when the search came up, although there were 1 or 2 players, oh, there's my created player, which I created at the start, and was actually carried on as my virtual pro from FIFA 12. So you see he's there. Raul Morelos, great player, but you know, all these were too much money. You know, I've only got a wage budget of £10,000, which I can change with the budget allocation thing, but decided to change the parameters there of the search. And although there are some decent players that came up, there weren't really any that I thought would add too much to the squad I already had. Quite a lot of high overall statistics there, but not really any positions. I mean, the main positions I was probably looking to strengthen were in defence. And so yes, so I moved from free agents and I went to loan players. And straight away I found Ibrahima Mbaye, who's a young 17-year-old from Inter Milan and was a left back. And although I do like Adam Drury, I thought, you know, maybe someone with a bit more skill, bit more energy would be better. So what better than a 17-year-old who's got an overall statistic of 71. 6,000 for his wages, so that took me down to 4,000. But you know, for a full season loan, I was prepared to do that. Like I say, I can change the budget if I decide not to sign many players of 3.2 million, bring that down for the wages if there's any more loan players. But so far, that's all I decided to do, and brilliantly they accepted straight away. So already I had signed Ibrahim Mbaye, which I was really excited about. I like buying young players and seeing them progress. I always think that's quite exciting and one of the best things about FIFA. Excuse me. And there, yes, you do get stories that come up every now and again, and we see that Inter Milan are targeting my player Chris Jones, which is always interesting to see. So clearly I did create quite a decent player there. But I decided not to use it. I don't really like using them in seasons because I do feel it's cheating a little bit. So yes, looking at my squad, I made the decision not to actually make any more changes. I mean, unless any injuries occur, any bad injuries or any suspensions, I was actually quite happy with the squad that I had. You know, I think I have quite a strong bench there. Quite a few players in backup in reserves for cup matches. But I looked at that squad and I thought, actually, I think I'm alright. You know, just bringing in that lone player for left back just strengthens my squad a bit. But I've got Adam Drury as backup there. I think in midfield I've got a really strong midfield there. And I mean up front I've got obviously McCormack and Becchio up front in reserve. I have David Sommer, who I do use, and I also have Elad Diouf, who can play also in midfield but also up front. And then in reserves I have of course Andy Gray and Luke Varney, which I am prepared to use in cup matches. So I made the decision not to make any more changes to my squad. Whether that decides to work out or not, I don't know. So yeah, straight into the first friendly, which I said I'm going to sim, guys, because I don't really get into them that much. You know, it's mainly sort of getting fitness levels up, getting playing time, and not getting any injuries, which is what happened. You know, good 2-0 win, Jerome Thomas and Ross McCormack getting on the score sheet. But the most important thing is not getting the injuries there. So you know, that was a good start. Good start to pre-season for me. And then straight into the second one, really, guys. You know, nothing much happened. Like I say, no activity in the transfer window. I didn't get any offers in for the players. A disappointing 1-0 loss, really, to Dundee United. Not the best side, but again, no injuries. That was the most important thing. A few more players getting some time there. Hall, Pearson, Green came on for Austin Thomas and Lee. So it's a good run around. Good run around for the squad. And then going into the last friendly, again, no injuries, which is the most important thing. McCormack got on the score sheet, and Luciano Becchio getting 2, which always makes me happy because I absolutely love Luciano Becchio. I think he's a fantastic player and gets a lot of unfair sticks sometimes. So still no transfer activity, but then this came up, which gave me a worry. But it was Lee Peltier, and he was only out for 7 days. Usually whenever I see training injury coming up, it's usually a 3-month injury, which is a problem. But here we have a loan offer for AD White, and it was from Crystal Palace, which obviously are another Championship club. But like I said, I was prepared for him to go on loan to another Championship club as long as he gets playing time and he improves his stats. You know, I think if he gets sort of 68, 69 stats, I would bring him back. You know, of course, I always have that option of ending the loan and bringing him back if I had any problems in my own team. So anyway, into the first proper match that I was playing, the Capital One Cup against Leyton Orient. And to be honest, guys, it wasn't the best start I was hoping for. I found the controls seemed to be lagging a bit, which was probably through the way I was recording this through my DVD player. But you see there, the first chance of the game was to Leyton Orient, a good save from Kenny. Again, they came forward, passing the ball well. My defence was just awful, and a decent mix-up from my defenders and an awful finish from their forward. But then their defence went a bit AWOL, did something which I hate that FIFA 13 does, where their players just seem to play between themselves and always lose the ball. Sorry, the ball went to David Sommer, who unfortunately couldn't score there. But then I did get the goal I wanted. It was a good tackle from my new left back and by. Decent build up from the players, decent passing. Not the best strike from McCormack, but not good goalkeeping, not good defending there. And David Sommer there with a relatively simple tap in there. Obviously, with it being the Capital Cup 1 game, guys, I did make a few changes to the squad. Obviously, it brought Sommer in up front and brought El Hadj Diouf in. You know, I didn't really want to risk any injuries just a few days before the first proper game of the season. So yes, nothing much really happened after that up until half time, apart from was there a chance there? No, I think that, yeah, that was half time, so nothing much really happened. So it was quite a scrappy first half really, but you know, it went in 1-0 up, which was most important, no injuries. And then straight into the second half, a fantastic run from Ryan Hall. I seem to be getting more into my stride at this point, but a poor cross there and poor finish really. But it was a lot more positive from the side, and again continued continued pushing up. Nice little cheeky back flick there to David Sommer, and Paul Green with a decent running shot there from midfield. But again, Leyton Orient didn't really stop. You know, they kept attacking, showing quite a lot of dangerous attacks and some good moves there. And you know, if they actually could finish, then I was probably in trouble in this match really. Decided to bring on a few first teamers towards the end of the game. Bring on Rudy Austin and Jerome Thomas. There we see an awful free kick from Jonesy. But it's just about winding the clock down now. Again, their defence just went AWOL, started passing the ball between them. Poor clearance from their keeper, went out to Diouf. Fantastic sidestep there from Sommer, and a fantastic finish. Really interesting to see how he played in his first game, and he might actually be a striker. And straight through the boardings there, you can see a little bit of a glitch in the graphics. But yeah, it was good to see him have a really good game, because he's a player that I might actually have as a first team striker, depending on how Becky or McCormack went on, obviously. But you know, he showed quite a lot of quality, and again here, starting to show my class a bit against the lower league opposition. Decent shot from Diouf, but a poor header from Sommer at the end there. But again, sort of getting a lot more space towards the end of the game. I think their players were tiring a bit, and I'd made the changes. Again, more decent play from Sommer. Nice little layoff there, and McCormack unlucky with his shot. Good goalkeeping from Leyton Orient. Still keeping the ball well, but was unlucky with that cross. And that brought the end of the game. So, you know, hard fought, very scrappy, but, you know, decent 2-0 win against Orient. You know, most important thing, through to the next round of the Cup. And, you know, good goals from David Sommer as well, which I was really happy with, actually. So, we then led into the derby game. I tend not to do the speaking to the press things, because it doesn't make any difference to the gameplay. It doesn't make any changes, which I thought it would. It does add a bit of realism to it, but not really when it keeps bringing the same responses up every time when it brings a news story up after you have talked to the press. So I needed to bring Lee Peltier back into the squad after his injury. So I did that, and I took El Hadj Diouf out of the squad and brought back in the first team players that I'd left out in the cup match against Leyton Orient. Just because I knew it would be a tougher test against Derby, especially away from home. They're always a tough side, and it seems to, well, obviously, as we saw today in that 3-1 defeat in real life, they're just as good a squad on FIFA, it seems, as this match did indeed prove. So there I was just making the changes, bringing Lee Peltier back into the squad. You know, I wanted my strongest squad as possible, especially in the Championship. I do tend to try and keep the same team as much as I can when I'm in the Championship, and I don't mind making the changes when it comes to the cup matches, especially against lower league opposition. So yes, those were the changes I made for the derby game, and in we go. One of the players I wasn't too fussed about was Connor Salmon, who's a striker I've never been a big fan of. I always thought he's been quite a poor excuse of a footballer, never really seemed to do much. But as we saw in real life today, and as we see later, that definitely came back to haunt me. As we see here, straight away, very sloppy passing from myself. You could say I was really trying to get back into the game. You know, first shot, an early shot there from Derby. But like I say, the lag, because I was playing it through a DVD player, was quite obvious. But some decent play there, fantastic through ball from Becchio to Norris, who played it back to Becchio and was unlucky with the block there. Probably deserved a bit more from that effort. And again, I did attack, and I was thinking, oh, you know, I might actually have a chance of winning this game if I manage to keep this up. But Derby's defence was very tough to break down, as I found out. And no matter how much I threw at them, they just dealt with it every time, really. Decent defending there from Lee Peltier. And we see Becchio doing fantastically well up front, playing it out wide to Jerome Thomas, showing some speed and skill there. But again, you know, just that final pass was really lacking from me. Was really disappointed with how I was playing. Had a chance here with McCormack, but for some reason the finesse shot on FIFA 13 is a lot harder than on FIFA 12. On FIFA 12 that probably would have gone on target, but they've made it a lot harder on FIFA 13 with the finesse shot, and it's pretty impossible to score from outside the box with it, really. So it's my own fault for trying to use it there, really. And here, this was just annoying. That was poor defending from me. I couldn't really get my bearings. Robinson going through on goal. I thought Mbai was going to get there on time, but the save from Kenny went straight to my good friend Corner Salmon, who just slotted the ball home into the empty net. So that was really disappointing, just, you know, at the start of the second half, as you can see there. Just thought it was going to get there and by. I was considering to do a slide tackle, but knowing me, it would have brought him down and probably been a red card. It was an interesting glitch in the game. I thought there's no way he's managed to control that properly without it going out, so I decided to go to the instant replay. And it was quite interesting to see this player have a special ability. As you can see, the ball can just go straight through him from behind. He has no idea where the ball is, and it just manages to gut him quite nicely there. But fair enough, he has kept the ball in, so you know, clearly it doesn't matter how much the ball can gut you, as long as you keep it in, that's absolutely fine. Fantastic defending and tackle there from my new left back. That was really fantastic, and already really happy I made him as a signing. So as you can see, into the final minutes, I thought finally I might have a chance just to get a draw. I'd be more than happy with a draw here, passing the ball about as much as I can, but that just summed the day up for me, really. That summed the game up. A really poor finish there, and it did finish 1-0, which I was really disappointed with. So I decided to go straight into the next match. Absolutely no changes. A few changes to the squad, however I decided to bring El Hadjouf in, as you can see there, and already I thought that had made a big difference. Just seemed to be bring a lot more energy really to the game. And already 6th minute of the game, fantastic corner from Rudy Austin, and bang, fantastic header from Tom Lees. Game on. You know, I was really happy with that. You know, it's nice to get a decent start to a game and get one up so early on. So yeah, fantastic start for Tom Lees, really brilliant header. Decided to bring Sommer into the squad for I think it was McCormack. Oh no, it was Becchio that I decided to bring out of the team, and I thought Sommer really deserved the chance after his performance. And we look at this. This was just fantastic. This is probably one of the best goals I've actually ever scored on FIFA 13. The control and the passing build up there was just fantastic, and what a finish, a cool, calm, collected finish from Rudy Austin, which is, you know, that's exactly what we expect from the big man. Unfortunately the replay did miss the build up there, but it was fantastic sort of through balls there. It did go back to Tom Lees, who got a booking there, unfortunately. But still, in the first half, I mean, I was just all over Birmingham here. I'd finally got into my stride. Unfortunately, they just missed the target. But again, still more attacking, getting good balls into the area, not really letting Birmingham have a chance to attack, really. and I was just really happy with how things were going. You know, after such a poor start against Derby, I thought I was going to struggle with the lag. The lag seemed to calm down actually. We see there Marlon King getting injured, which I wasn't laughing at all. So yes, into the second half, it was 2-0, but I really just carried on as I'd started in that first half. Good work from Jerome Thomas there. Probably not the best option to cross the ball there. Probably should have passed it, and maybe could have got a third goal there. And again, just decent defending. I think that's how I improved really. I don't think I was tight enough in that first game against Derby. See a fantastic run there from El Hadjouf and some fantastic skill. Unfortunately not the best cross in the end. And here towards the end of the game, El Hadjouf did get a goal. Poor defending from Birmingham, really leaving him with so much room. But you know, it's all about getting the ball to him quickly, and a fantastic finish. Decided not to go with the finesse shot. There's definitely no offside there, just powered it into the goal. And that was the end of that game. So that is the end of the tester, guys. A bit all over the place, I do admit that. But like I say, I just wanted to see what reaction I got from people. You know, see how it goes. Like I say, it's a bit longer than what I will actually be doing if I decide to do it. It'll probably be only about 10 to 15 minute videos if I do decide to do it, guys. So yes, the main thing I want to get from this, if people do enjoy it and want me to do this, then let me know what you want me to do and your ideas on making this better, and you know, improve it for your viewing. Obviously I want you guys to enjoy it, that's the whole point of it. Let me know if there's any players you want me to sign, any changes you want me to make to the squad, any changes in the way I'm playing the game, if you want me to use the youth network, if you want me to go into the EAS catalogue and buy any of the various things you can do there, then yeah, please do let me know, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you react well to it so I can do more, because I believe I'll do quite well with it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and yes, I will hopefully see you all soon.